Apple's press conference on Wednesday, September 1st. What was most surprising to you?
Well, we knew it was going to be an event about iPods and music, as it always is this time of year. I think what I found surprising, although they came out with some strong product lines and big refreshes on the iPods, they have a brand new Shuffle, a brand new Nano, and obviously have updated the iPod Touch as well. What I'm seeing is there's becoming a transition period for Apple where the iPods have become very specific music devices, and they've actually, in the case of the Nano, for example, lost some functionality like the ability to do video recording, but to make it smaller and more portable. And where you have the iPod Touch has gained a ton of functionality and become more like the iPhone. So I think it's a bit of a transition from the iPods as we used to know that were pure music devices and really relegating those to kind of a lower price point and for ultra portability, and moving into more of the iOS devices for Apple, which are full function, more like a mini computer device.
When it comes to the Nano in particular, when do you think they're going to open it up for developers?
That's a great question, and it's being asked a lot on Twitter as well, and I'm not sure that that's ever going to open up for developers.
What about Apple TV? That's another one that developers just can't wait to get their hands on and develop some apps for.
That's right, and once again, another one. I think some people were a bit disappointed that there aren't apps for Apple TV. But Steve Jobs said today that they've spoken with users of the current Apple TV and that what they really want is content, and easy ability to get to content and not really apps.
And hackability, to make sure to be able to put Boxy on there.
Yeah, like definitely the geek side of the Apple following is definitely going to want to find ways to hack into it and increase its functionality.
And what about the iPod Touch? Just shifting back just a little bit, when it comes to the iPod Touch with its video conferencing capabilities, who do you think will be negatively impacted by that?
I think with the first Touch, a lot of people started to cancel, for example, their landlines and use something like Skype in conjunction with the iPod Touch to make their calls. And now with video, I think that's, again, more of a threat for companies like Skype. Of course, Google is also recently getting more heavily into the voice game too. So I think we don't know who's going to lose long term, but I think clearly the traditional carriers probably aren't very happy. And the people like Skype and Google are definitely going to be lining up to fight it out.